It's coming here. Welcome to Langrisser 3.0 news from the future. So it's finally the cat is out of the bag. So today we will be going through on the skills 3C and new exclusive skills for Toa and Patyle. But before we carry on, a very great thanks to information shared and provided by Langrisser mobile app 梦幻模拟站 So you. And towards the end of the video, we'll show you guys rough translations of the skill sets, but do note that it might be inaccurate due to the translations. Alright, so here we go. Right off the bat, we'll be introducing my possible new waifu, Patyle, not to be mixed up with Gakuen or Juliet Patyle. But, well, that's it. Let's have a look and zoom in for you guys. Whoa, and like a guy trying to look up. And nope, you thought you were gonna be seeing something, but well, a very nice and smart design from the artist to use her wings as cover. Oh, okay, then I'm gonna zoom in to let you guys look at details of her horn and her weapons. Oops, sorry, overly zoom. Okay, look at the detail for her horns, her eyes, the jewels, everything's so refined, but wait, the weapon, however, looks kind of like a male logo or male sign or symbol, but okay, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now we'll be going through on her talent. Apparently she's very unique. So the talent is Shadow Enchantment, or maybe Shadow Temptation. I'm gonna stick with Enchantment. So she's the first hero with, I'm gonna call it a sexy talent. Okay, because when battling against non-female hero, and that includes enemy like Juggler, Goblin, and Ogre, and so on, her intelligence will increase by 30% and damage will be reduced by a maximum of 30% at rank 6. And when she actively deals damage to enemy, it will cause the target enemy to gain a lethargic or tardiness or lethargic counter. I'm going to go with lethargic counter. So chance of getting crit will be increased by 20%. It will last for 3 turns and can be stacked. However, when it is accumulated to 2 counters or 2 layers of lethargic counters will be turned and converted to hypnosis. It will render when enemy, and at the end of turn, enemy will be unable to move or do anything. They render, well, basically they can just do anything. Is similar to sleep. And instead of critical chance of being critical increased by 20%, it will be now increased to 50%. It will last for a turn. Targets who are currently in the state of hypnosis, if they receive damage, it will lose the effect, and for this effect to happen again, it will take 3 turns to happen again. So yep, so we're gonna roughly summarize up. First effect, battle against female hero, intelligence will increase by 30%. Second effect, damage will be reduced by 30%. Third effect, when actively cause damage to enemy, will gain a lethargic counter, which will increase their chance of getting crit by 20%, lasts for 3 turns, can be stacked. Then fourth effect, when it reaches 2 counters or 2 layers, it will be changed to hypnosis. Enemy will not be able to move. And fifth effect, the chance of them being crit will be increased by 50%, lasts for a turn. And the sixth effect will be targets who are under the state of hypnosis, they will lose their effects once they have taken damage. For hypnosis, to happen again, it will take 3 turns on the same target. Oh no, sorry, it will just take 3 turns for hypnosis to happen again. So I'm not sure, is it referring to the same target or for just purely for hypnosis to happen? But I gotta say, it is very dangerous for our male heroes out there. So time to buckle up and protect them. So her faction will be the Reincarnate factions and the Darkness faction. And now we'll look at her career path. So there's the original path, the starting path. She'll gain Fireball. Okay, do 1.5 times damage, magic damage to a single enemy, effective against infantry. And second will be Mind Ball, magic damage AoE, deal 0.3 times AoE damage. Enemy who took the damage will have increase, will get a debuff of when receiving magic damage increased by 20%, lasts for 2 turns. Okay, now on the first path, the recycled, I think I'm gonna go with the recycled dreamer path, or cycling dreamer path. Okay, so first one will be, okay, she's gonna call Moonshadow Envoy. Okay, magic defense scares. Okay, it's passive. When you end your turn, it will cause enemies who are 3 squares or tiles within the range of Persia to have their magic defense reduced by 20%. It will last for a turn. Then the last class, Recycle Dreamer. So she'll learn Dark Rip, single targets to enemy, deal 1.3 times damage, ignore 30% of their magic defense after battle, heal back 50% of the damage due to enemy. And something new, so this is called Enchantment or Temptation. Okay, it's a magic damage, deals 0 to 0.1 times damage to enemy on the field. If the target is non-female hero, they will not be able to move on the next turn. And when the target enemy ends their turn, it will do a fixed damage to 1 ring or 1 circle around their range. And the fixed damage dealt will be the target's current HP, 25% of the target's HP, and this effect cannot be dispelled. So, okay, we're gonna quick summarize of this new skill. So, I'm not sure how far it's gonna reach despite they use the word target enemy on the field. So, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be quite similar to Listel Death Touch. Okay, so first effect deals 0.1 times magic defense, fairly low. But however, second effect, if the target is non-female hero, they will not be able to move the next turn. And third effect, when they end their turn, they will do 1 circle or 1 ring of fixed damage to their ally. And the damage dealt to the ally will be the target's current 25% HP. And this effect cannot be dispelled. So this is fairly, I gotta say, fairly strong. I mean, yep, though it's a fixed damage, it might not work if enemies are, well, lots of them are holding on to bracers. So, but then again, it's pretty useful to render enemy unable to move on the next turn. That is if your hero is a male. Alright, so the next career path, the Blood Dream path. So, okay, Moonshadow Demon Princess. Okay, second class. Okay, Dream Eater. Magic damage, single targets to an enemy, deal 1.5 times damage. If target is non-female hero, damage will increase by 20%. And will ignore guard. So right off, whoa, just the second class alone, this skill is very strong. 1.5 times damage and ignore guard when also increase damage by 20% if you're battling against non-female hero. Oh, this is very cool. So Sayonara, Latin, and Landis. Okay, the final class, Blood Dream Path, or Blood Dream, how to say it? Okay, Lord of the Blood Dream. Okay, so first skill will be Succubus Keys. It's an active skill. When getting into battle with target hero who is a non-female hero, after battle will heal 30% of the damage deal. So yep, it's a HP recovery skill. So when battling with non-female hero, after battle will recover 30% of damage dealt to the enemy. And the last skill will be Forget. So it's an AoE, deal 0.3 times AoE damage, cause enemy active skills to be lost for 2 turns or be ineffective for 2 turns. Okay, we are finally moving on to the 3C. So, okay. So I'm gonna go with Demolition, Shadow Curse. Yep. Okay, first off with the passive skills. For Persia, upon death, will cause whole of the map or whole of the field's enemy whom are non-female hero to lose their passive skills. These skills cannot be dispelled. Okay, definitely very strong, but they did not say how many turns. So, okay, I am gonna presume it's not forever. It will last for around 2 to 3 turns. But again, if it's gonna last through the whole battle, this is, wow, a very big game changer, I gotta say. Okay, active skills, magic damage. So deal a 3 times 6 or 3 times 5 AoE damage on straight line to all enemies within the range. Deal 0.1 times AoE damage. If the enemy are currently at non-defensive terrain, Persia will deal a follow-up damage or fixed damage based on 2 times her intelligence, and this cannot be immune. And afterward will apply a Shadow Curse effect for enemy when they end their turn. When they are currently at non-defensive terrain, they will take in 1.5 times fixed damage based on, they'll take a fixed damage based on 1.5 times the intelligence of Persia. And again, it cannot be immune, lasts for 2 turns. The effects cannot be dispelled. Oh, this is definitely a very big game changer, and I gotta say, the effects is just very gay. So quick summarize on the active skill part. So it's AoE damage deals on a straight line of 3 squares or tiles times 5 or 6 squares, and it's dealing 0.1 times AoE damage. Very low damage. However, the scary part is the follow-up. So second effects, when enemies or targets are at non-defensive terrains, Persia will deal a follow-up fixed damage of 2 times her intelligence, cannot be immune. Then third effect, afterwards will cause a follow-up additional debuff of Shadow Curse. Shadow Curse effect, when enemies end their turn and when they are at non-defensive terrain, they'll take in a fixed damage of 1.5 times intelligence of Persia. Again, this fixed damage cannot be immune. It will last for 2 turns. So this is the fourth effect, and fifth effect, this effect cannot be dispelled. So I definitely gotta say it again, though every time a new hero comes, I will say it is a game changer, but this definitely a new game changer because you will not be able to ignore the fixed damage that Patyle causes. I mean, I hope I get a translation right, or my understanding is right, that this cannot be immune. I'm not sure it's just the debuff cannot be immune or the fixed damage cannot be immune. I'm going to assume that fixed damage and this debuff cannot be immune. So alright, that's it for Patyle. So on the next video, we will be going through on the next hero, Toa. But before we end, okay, gotta go through. So for her bond, Patyle will definitely need 2 characters to help her bond. First being Bozo for her defense and HP path, and for her intelligence and critical will need the help of Recorize. So alright, I'm going to show you guys the English translation, so have a quick look. And alright, that's it for this video. Remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next video on Toa. Goodbye.